All right. What's the Pam Bondi thing? All right.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Attorney General Bondi, at your confirmation hearing in January, made a clear commitment you would not politicize your position. We are here today at your first oversight hearing 9 months into your tenure, at a time when hundreds of career prosecutors have quit.
This guy is so fucking annoying. Like, Schiff is like one of the most annoying politicians.
Because they were required to take unethical actions at odds with that promise, or feared that they would have to take such actions if they remained on the job. When over 1,000 former federal prosecutors have sounded the alarm about the unprecedented degree to which the powers of DOJ are being abused to go after the president's enemies. I approach this hearing with a heavy heart. As a former federal prosecutor myself,
shut up, dude.
I served in a department that, whether it was under a Democratic or Republican president,
this guy was full of shit when he was in charge.
Would never use the office to go after the president's enemies or to hide the corruption of his friends. But today, the Justice Department has been used to cover up the possible corruption of the mayor of New York, or of a high-level administration official taking $50,000 reportedly in cash in a bag, or a child sex predator who befriended the president and some of his cabinet members. And instead,
wait, what? Is he talking about Epstein?
Official taking $50,000 reportedly in cash in a bag, or a child sex predator who
I don't want to fucking hear this from the fucking Democrats, dude.
Befriended the president and some of his cabinet members. And instead of
also, there's a lot of, like, the whole Trump Epstein thing is like, I don't get it, because it was already proven that Trump actually cooperated with the FBI specifically to get Epstein, if that's what they're talking about. So, oh wait, did they mean Clinton? I mean, yeah, maybe.
Partisan weaponization.
It's just
Your
so
department
weird.
has engaged in a brazenly political prosecution at the president's explicit direction. The department has become President Trump's personal sword and shield to go after his ever-growing list of political enemies and to protect himself.
To be fair, though, why does he have a lot of political enemies? Who started that? Who's the ones that like went after him with ridiculous zeal? And like the entire force of like the mass media and the government went after him, trying to put him in jail. So I don't want to fucking hear shit from it. I don't want to hear it.
His allies and associates. My questions therefore focus on these two themes: hiding the corrupt acts of his friends and prioritizing the political prosecution of his enemies. So let me start with the shocking allegations of bribery and pay to play. 2 weeks ago, 4 major media outlets reported that Tom Homan, the president's top deportation official working in the White House, took $50,000 in cash in a bag from undercover FBI agents in September 2024, just over a year ago. According to these reports, Homan indicated he would facilitate securing contracts in exchange for money once he was in office in a future Trump administration. Reportedly, this exchange was caught on tape.
Or is it then?
Rather than pursue this investigation without fear or favor, the department and the FBI under your leadership or that of your predecessor before you...
Wait, hold on. Wait, if this was in 2024, then why didn't they release it? What? I feel like they would have released everything at that point.
Reportedly, this exchange was caught on tape. Rather than pursue this investigation without fear or favor, the department and the FBI under your leadership or that of your predecessor before you confirmed quietly shut it down. Once news broke, your deputy and FBI director issued a joint public statement confirming that the Trump administration closed the investigation. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt denied Homan took the $50,000, telling a reporter, quote, "Mr. Homan never took the $50,000 that you're referring to, so you should get your facts straight."
Okay.
So today I hope you can help us get our facts straight. Was that true, what the White House Press Secretary said when she denied Homan took the money? Did he take the money?
Senator Schiff, as I stated earlier, I was not in office. I was not confirmed when that was handled.
So does that
Deputy Attorney General Blanche and Director Patel said that there was no evidence that Tom Homan committed a crime. Yet now you're putting his picture up to slander him.
No, I'm putting,
as
his,
much
I'm
as you
putting his
can.
picture up
You know,
showing an interview he gave with, I think, Fox, in which he was asked explicitly about these allegations that he took
Wait,
of
hold on.
Fox, in which he was asked showing an interview he gave with, I think, Fox, in which he was asked
Why can't you just say that? I don't know, Federman. You know how sometimes people will change the way they talk for certain audience.
explicitly about these allegations that he took a $50,000 bribe, and he refused to answer. He said he didn't answer the question whether he took the money, so I'm asking you the question. Did he take the money?
Senator Schiff, I answered that question multiple times. And frankly, you know...
Well, I don't think, with respect,
Thanks,
I don't think he
Goofy.
did.
Thank you.
But in case
you so much.
I just didn't hear you, what is the answer? Did he take the money?
Senator Schiff, that happened prior to my confirmation as Attorney General. I said that.
Do you know, sitting here, whether
All
he
I
took the money?
know is that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche and FBI Director Patel said there was no case. And Caroline Leavitt is one of the most trustworthy human beings I know.
So
And,
was she?
Senator Schiff, if
right?
you worked for me, you would have been fired because you were censured by Congress for lying with your
we can
egregious
stipulate to you can stipulate to all your personal attacks on the Democratic members of the committee.
personal attacks. You've been attacking my FBI
Yeah,
director.
what the
You've been
hell?
attacking my office. You've been attacking.
What we're interested in.
Borders are.
What we're interested in is the answer to these oversight questions.
You want your
So
no,
you were
oversight.
asked
You want your
by my
5 minutes of
colleague.
fame
You were asked by my colleague.
attacking good people.
Regular order, Madam Chair, so I can ask a question. You were asked by my colleague from Vermont whether you will support providing a video or audio tape, if it exists, of Mr. Homan taking $50,000 in bribe money from the FBI.
Holy fuck! You just realized, chat. Man, when I was a kid, I used to think that politicians and the president, all of these people, I always thought they were so smart. They were so smart. They were like, wow, these people really have their shit together. But dude, they're literally doing the VTuber drama on X right now. You know, like the VTuber drama of this person said that it's like the Cinder shit. They're literally doing that right now in the halls of Congress. It's actually fucking crazy. Oh my God,
Will you
dude.
support a request
It's
by
literally internet drama, but with these people.
this committee to provide that tape or tapes to the committee? Yes or no?
Senator Schiff, you can talk to Director Patel about that.
Well, I'm talking to you about it. You're the Attorney General. This will be your decision. Will you
You
support?
don't have to tell me what is my decision
Well,
and what is
then-
not
then-
my decision.
then-
I
and
said
you- and
you
you
can
don't
talk
have
to
to-
Director
and you
Patel.
don't have to try to-
You can,
Thank
you
you for
think
the
you
bits
got
of
an option
information
with
says just say no and clear the names. Clear our names. I mean, the thing is, she's just telling the truth that she doesn't know, right? I
Tom
think.
Homan, our
Excuse me,
borders are,
excuse me, you
who's
don't-
been out there
excuse me.
fighting for our country
Madam
since
Chair,
Donald Trump took office.
I'm trying to ask you a question. Regular order, please. And you don't have to
Because
defer.
saying no and saying I don't know are completely different, right? It legally, right? So it's like she's just telling the truth. I think.
FBI director to pass the buck. So I'm asking you, will you support a request so that the committee, or indeed I believe the American people, should be able to see that video or audio tape? Will you support that request?
Will you apologize to Donald Trump
So
for
I
trying
guess
to impeach
the
him
answer is you won't support that
after
request.
you now know that
So
Joe
let me-
Biden tried
let
to
me
cover up
That's
Hunter
true.
Biden's involvement with
Excuse
Ukraine?
me.
Yup.
Let me do this because I think it's valuable.
So that has no high ground
That-
to stand on.
The American people get a sense of what you've refused to answer today. So these are just some of the questions you refused
She
to answer,
answered it,
or
you
have answered with
fucking
personal attacks
retard.
on members of this committee. You were asked whether you consulted with career ethics lawyers, as you promised you would do during your nomination hearing, when you approved the president receiving a $400 million gift from the Qataris. You refused to answer that question.
Are you talking
You
about
were
the
asked
plane?
who or what role you may have played or who played the role in asking the...
Wait, but okay, are you talking about the plane? And isn't that the plane that they're talking about the plane? And didn't Trump even say, like, I'm not even gonna keep it? Like, bro, this is freaking so ridiculous. If another country wants to give you like $400 million for like some kind of like official public thing, like who cares? Oh my gosh, she was on the table. What's even on the table?
She was after your Buffalo Wild Wings.
Where's my Buffalo Wild Wings?
It's on the floor.
My Buffalo Wild Wings on the floor? Okay, perp walk that cat in here. Yeah, it's time for my Hassan moment. That's true. Unlimited power! The cat's gonna have some spicy poop. No, it was fucking honey garlic, dude. It was honey garlic. Holo, what did you do? Give me this thing. What did you do, Holo? Why did you eat my wings, huh? Huh? Unlimited power! You ate my wings, Holo. You're bad. You're bad. You're a bad girl. You're bad. There's even no treats for you. You hear me?
But you already gave her treats, though.
I know I already gave her treats. I'm not giving her any more treats. No, don't rub your face on me. I'm not buying it. You were bad and you ate my freaking thing, huh? Look at her. Look at her sucking up to me. Look at her sucking up to me. Hello. Nope. I don't care how much you rub your face on my face. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You ate my wings. No, I have to put her in jail. No. You're bad. You were bad.
Arigato.
King, you think the Buffalo Wild Wings disrespect shall not be accepted to the gallows? And thank you, Dan Trent, for the bits. Just nothing is innocent of this crime.
Trump's name be flagged in any of the Epstein documents gathered by the FBI. You refused to answer that question. You were asked.
I don't think you 500. It's always the same shit, just a different asshole pouring it out these days. The only difference is that one comes to violin music to obfuscate the fact that it's the same rancid shit.
Whether Holman kept the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether Holman paid taxes on the $50,000 bribe money. You refused to answer that question.
But why would she say yes or no if she doesn't know? She already said that she wasn't in charge during that time, and she was told that wasn't the case. What is he talking about?
Your prosecutors find insufficient evidence.
Does he think if he just keeps asking the same question that the answer is going to change?
To charge James Comey. You refused to answer that question. You were asked, how are military strikes on these boats in the Caribbean legal? And you refused to even answer that question.
You were asked, a law degree,
excuse me. You were asked, did you discuss indicting James Comey with the president? You refused to answer that question. You were asked, did you approve the firing of antitrust lawyers who disagreed with the Hewlett-Packard merger?
I know, right?
She's
just fucking asking over and over again.
You were asked whether you support a restoration fund for violent insurrections to attack the Capitol on January 6th. You refused to answer that question. You were asked whether you were firing career professionals, career prosecutors, just because they worked on January 6th investigations. You refused to answer that question. You were asked by my California colleague whether you believe government officials, like immigration officials, have to abide by court orders. You wouldn't even answer that question. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing.
Oversight?
Excuse me, you can attack me after my time is over.
You've attacked all of us, including President Trump, for your entire
You can attack me later,
career.
and I know you've got plenty of canned attacks. We've heard them all day to day.
Canned attacks on you?
This is supposed to be...
No one needs a canned attack on you.
Regular order, Madam Chair. I'm trying to speak. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing of the Justice Department.
Excuse me, I'm speaking.
And
I'm
it comes
speaking.
in the wake
I'm
of an
speaking.
indictment called for by the president of one of his enemies. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing, and it comes in the wake of revelations.
He's not, dude. He's not even giving her a chance to reply. He's just fucking going on a
A
tirade.
top administration official took $50,000 in a bag, and this department made
Is
that
that proven?
investigation go away. This is supposed.
Here's an alternate. Here's an explanation. Okay, that there were claims that happened. They investigated it, found nothing, so they said, okay, like, you know, there's not enough evidence, we're closing the case. Would that count as like making it go away for him?
To be an oversight hearing when dozens of prosecutors have been fired simply because they worked on cases investigating the former president. This is, and now
What
the
about
current
the
president.
fires in California?
And
Do you
this
care
is
about that,
supposed to
Senator
be.
Schiff?
This is, excuse me. This is supposed to be an oversight hearing in which members of Congress can get serious answers to serious questions about
Are the riots in LA serious?
About the cover-up of corruption.
I'm gonna be real, guys. Let's assume that there actually is an investigation into Holman for taking like $50K. Let's assume that were the case. I guarantee you nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit because people are more concerned about the border. People are more concerned about their jobs. They're more concerned about the economy. They don't give a fuck. If Holman's actually doing his job and he's actually like kicking out all of these illegals and he's actually standing up to people, they're not going to care. They're going to look whatever. In fact, they would probably be like, yeah, give him a $50,000 bonus. Who gives a shit? Like nobody cares.
About the prosecution of the president's enemies. And
I think you owe the president an apology.
When will it be
Your entire career,
that
frankly.
the members of this committee on a bipartisan
This
basis
guy's just going on a full-on Karen rant, not even giving her a chance to reply.
demand answers to those questions and refuse to accept
Clearly you're a
personal,
failed lawyer
refuse
because
to
you don't
accept,
understand when
excuse
someone
me,
can and cannot
refuse
answer
to
a
accept
question.
personal slander as an answer to those questions.
Personal slander.
With
Will you
that, Madam
apologize
Chair,
to Donald
I yield
Trump
back.
for slandering him? Personal slander.
Does she get to go on him? Please tell me she does.
May I ask unanimous consent, Madam Chair, to introduce into the record the statement of 1,000 former Justice Department officials who warned that the Comey indictment is a democracy-threatening abuse of power. May I also request unanimous consent is 1,000 former Justice Department officials who warned that the Comey indictment is a democracy-threatening abuse of power. May I also request unanimous consent?
Yeah, because like people should never be accountable. You should never be able to like, yeah, true. Scary for them, yeah.
The introduction to the record of 282 former career officials at the
Dude, these guys went after Trump so much. And they're fucking crying now? Like, they're the ones who started this.
Justice Department raising the alarm, who were voluntarily or involuntarily forced to leave the department because of improper actions taken by the Department of Justice. May I introduce, with unanimous consent, the Justice Department manual that talks about when initiating and declining charges are subject to impermissible considerations. And finally, Madam Chair, may I...
Thanks very much. Why can't she just clear our names? Just say it's bullshit and stop trying to engage with these guys? Because she has to tell the truth. Right? She has to tell the truth. And like saying that she doesn't know is the truth. That's why.
Introduce the letter for Michael Ben-Ari, a career counterterrorism prosecutor, DOJ, a letter he nailed to his door, which concludes by urging officials to do the right thing for the right reasons, to follow the facts and the law, and raises the alarm that the decision to remove experienced career officials from U.S. attorneys' offices, the FBI, and critical parts of DOJ undermines our country's abilities to counter terrorist organizations, malign nation-state actors, and countless others that seek to harm our nation and its citizens. And he believes that the priority is prosecuting the president's enemies rather than protecting the country.
1 moment.
May I have unanimous consent to enter these into the record?
Without objection.
Thank you. I yield back.
Wait, that's it? She didn't have a response back? She didn't get time? What was even the point of that? He just yelled at her for like fucking 12 minutes and didn't even let her like respond. Like, what is this, dude?
He
It's the
entered
same
a letter by...
Wait, Trump?
200
Roundtable on Antifa?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, this is the
just
good
dealing
shit
with
right here, Chad. This is the good shit.
people